Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unmanned, night authorization available for Part 107 drone pilots. Also, Autel releases lightweight Evo Lite nano drones, and Eve-Bristow reveal alliance. Welcome to the Aero-News Network's Airborne-Unmanned program, a weekly news program covering all things unmanned in partnership with AVSI, the Association for Unmanned Vehicle Systems International. Here is some good news for those looking to capture nighttime drone video. Night authorization available for Part 107 drone pilots. The capabilities of licensed drone operators are taking another leap forward with the news that the FAA is allowing for night operations via the Lance authorization process, which continues to mature. Drone pilots with current Part 107 remote pilot certificates may now obtain near real-time authorizations to fly at night through FAA-approved providers of low-altitude authorization and notification capability services. Lance is an automated system for drone pilots requesting to fly below 400 feet in controlled airspace, often found around airports. Drone pilots need FAA approval prior to flying in controlled airspace. In addition to the near real-time authorizations, drone pilots will have more areas they can fly in since the FAA has divided the airspace into smaller segments. Since April 2021, while Lance providers updated their software, Part 107 pilots were able to operate in controlled airspace at night with a valid Lance daytime authorization and an authorization letter from the FAA, which expired on September 30th. This announcement provides a permanent solution for Part 107 drone pilots to operate in controlled airspace at night. If you're in the market for a new drone, you'll want to check out what Autel has to offer. Those details after the break.
Whether you're charting a steady course or pushing for the ceiling, Hartzell Propeller has been elevating flight for over 100 years. It's in our passion for engineering and research. It's in our dedication to testing the limits of performance and creating propellers that are as safe as they are sexy. Now, together with our dedicated family of companies, we're propelling the future of aviation. We are Hartzell Propeller, built on honor.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.
I believe that if people use the landing doctor training program, they will have less accidents and eventually their insurance will go down and they will make a superior pilot. We do personal limitation checklists, which is the most important reason you need to fly with limits. We do ground proximity awareness training, and we do this with a crosswind. We've been operating 6 Bristows for 2 years without one insurance claim. The landing doctor program is working, and you're going to hear more about it.
Welcome back. In the next Unmanned Minute, let's take a brief look at a few of the shorter stories that are making the rounds of the unmanned vehicle communities. So let's go ahead and start with NASA's Mars helicopter delays Flight 14 for systems check. In an update to the Mars helicopter blog, NASA broke news of Flight 14's postponement. Engineers want more time to address small issues in the aircraft as it sits more than 212 million nautical miles away. Serving beyond its initial assignment, the probe must compensate for seasonal decreases in atmospheric density by boosting output. A series of ground and vibration tests have been optimistic in addressing the changes, but an anomaly in 2 of the flight control servo motors prevented the brief September 18th test flight. Vertical Aerospace releases details on pre-order option. Vertical Aerospace released details on the Vertical and Marubeni Corporation's agreement to explore sustainable, emission-free, advanced aerial mobility travel solutions in the Japanese market with focus on vertical flagship electric aircraft. Marubeni has also agreed a conditional pre-order option for up to 200 of Vertical's aircraft. Vertical and Marubeni will start the evaluation process of eVTOL aircraft operations in Japan. The companies believe that Japan has great potential when it comes to the commercialization of the AAM market. FAA Commercial Space Transportation Conference postponed. The 24th Annual FAA Commercial Space Transportation Conference will be postponed until February 16th and 17th of next year at the Ronald Reagan Center in Washington, D.C. The reasons cited include difficulties with the rise of COVID cases, increasing travel restrictions. We believe a February 2022 date will better serve attendees, speakers, media, sponsors, and all other stakeholders involved, the group said in their announcement. UAV powerhouse Skydio sees the sky as no limit. The latest Aero-TV video feature from Expo 21 is all about Skydio. Here's what Skydio's Adam Bry, co-founder and CEO, had to say.
We started Skydio in 2014, so this was during kind of the ascendancy of DJI. And I think people kind of overfit to this narrative that like DJI's won, the whole space is played out, this is what drones are going to be. We never subscribed to that at all.
In a contested, quickly evolving market, he remembers an idea that so many seem to miss. The U in UAS doesn't just refer to unmanned cockpit. The program has been posted on our website. That was our Unmanned Minute. Now back to the rest of the news. Autel Robotics announced their newest evolution of the Evo drone series with the Evo Lite and Evo Nano. The carbon-legged Evo Lite weighs 1.8 pounds and offers a 1-inch CMOS sensor and 4-axis gimbal for its improved camera. Autel notes enhanced night photography using the adjustable aperture and moonlight algorithms, good for 50 megapixel photos and 6K video at 30 frames per second. The Evo Lite enjoys similar battery life of its Evo 2 and Pro stablemates, an estimated 40 minutes of flight time. The package Evo Nano weighs an even lighter 0.55 pounds, yet brings a 1/2-inch CMOS sensor capable of 48 megapixel photos. Integrated autofocus and HDR modes allow for rapid, detailed photos and sharp 4K video at 30 frames per second. The flyweight size still manages a lively 28 minutes of flight and a first-in-its-class obstacle avoidance system usually reserved for larger, heavier drones. Both models leverage Autel's suite of apps and hardware for content creation, sharing, and direction on the fly. With the Skylink system, users enjoy a transmission range of 6.2 miles and a constant 30 frames per second HD video link with better signal retention than past models. Sky Portrait software allows for dynamic subject following for vehicles, people, or animals in motion. There's a new alliance in urban air mobility. Those details after these messages.
When adventure is calling, the Bori by Aero Volga is the plane you need to answer the call. Bori's composite design is simple, reliable, and economical, with impressive performance and no gimmicks. Designed for the wilderness and proven durability in a flight around the Arctic Circle, the Bori has what it takes to handle your next adventure. Featuring 2 large cargo compartments, a comfortable modern cockpit, and a Rotax 912 power plant, the Bori Amphibian is now available in Canada. Experience the Bori for yourself at flightsimple.com.
Pilot Communications USA is proud to introduce our latest headsets, the Carbon A1 Active Noise Reduction and the Carbon P1 Passive Headset. Carbon fiber makes our headsets 30% lighter than others, which significantly reduces pilot fatigue. Our BlueLink hand control unit allows you to connect 2 devices at the same time, and the record out capability can send audio to an onboard camera or digital recorder. Get the headset that's so light you may forget you're wearing one at pilot-usa.com.
The Zephyr is what you have always wanted. A highly capable 2-seat turbine-powered helicopter with great ramp appeal, 100-mile-per-hour cruise speed, 172 nautical mile range, and to top it all off, a first-of-its-kind emergency airframe parachute system. The Curdy Design Zephyr, unique, advanced, innovative, and highly capable. Your ultimate freedom machine is available now at zephyr.eu.
Welcome back. Eve-Bristow reveal alliance. Eve Urban Air Mobility Bristow Group announced a memorandum of understanding to work together to develop an air operator certificate for Eve's electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. The alliance will mature an urban air mobility operating model using Bristow's expertise in transporting passengers and cargo internationally. Bristow has placed an order for up to 100 eVTOLs with deliveries anticipated to begin in 2026. The UAM operating environment centers around vehicle design, vertiport design, regulatory development for the operating environment, eVTOL certification, and autonomous operation. This strategic MOU outlines the continued development of a comprehensive UAM model between Bristow and Eve for an eVTOL that could potentially reshape the market for all-electric vertical lift and zero emissions and lower operating costs. This allows us to expand our expertise to provide sustainable, innovative, and efficient vertical lift into new potential end markets, said Bristow President and Chief Executive Officer Chris Bradshaw. That does it for our show today. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. You can catch episodes of Airborne on Roku and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne in the directory. And don't forget to follow us on social media. And feel free to comment with story ideas or just to say hi. We hope you enjoy the show. We'll see you next time.